Okay, welcome to Inside Pitch Baseball PC version. I've got a game here between the 1964 Phillies and the 1964 Pirates. This is part of an ongoing slow replay I have in the 1964 season, both American League and National League. I'm in late May currently. As you can see here, the Phillies are 19 and 15. The Pirates are 22 and 16, just slightly ahead of the Phillies in the standings. This video will try to demonstrate some of the features of Inside Pitch Baseball PC version. I'll be explaining some things kind of as an instructional way of how to play the game for those who may not have played the game in the past or are new to the game. The Phillies lineup is Tony Taylor at second base, Dick Allen at third base. Hitting third is Johnny Callison in right field. Wes Covington's in left field. Tony Gonzalez hits fifth in center field. John Hernstein will be the first baseman. Clay Dalrymple, the catcher. Bobby Wine, the shortstop. And Chris Short will be on the mound for the Phillies. The Pirates will line up this way. Dick Schofield at shortstop. Manny Mota will play center. Roberto Clemente in right field. Gene Freese hits fourth at third base. Bob Bailey in left field. Don Clendenin at first base, hitting sixth. Glove man Bill Mazeroski hits seventh at second base. Jim Pagliaroni will catch, and Vern Law will be on the hill, hitting ninth for the Pirates. Vern Law has a 210 earned run average for the season so far. As you can see here in real life, Law went 12 and 13 with a 3.61 ERA and 192 innings. He's pitching much better than that in the replay so far. He's 5 and 2 with a 2.10 ERA. He's given up 48 hits and 55 innings. In real life, he gave up actually more hits than innings pitched. Most of the Pirates are overachieving so far this year, which is why they have a 22 and 16 record, whereas in real life they're right around a 500 team. Okay, well, let's get started here. Tony Taylor will lead off for the Phillies against Vern Law. And the first thing we do is roll on the pitcher's card. And our roll is a 3-2. On Vern Law's card, a 3-2 is a blank space. Anytime you have a blank space, you go immediately to the hitter's card to resolve the at-bat. Tony Taylor's roll is a 3-1. And a 3-1 is a fly out to right field, F9. So Taylor has flown out to right field. As you'll notice on some of these the matrices on the hitter's card, I've rearranged some of the hitter's card matrices where a lot of the good rolls, good dice roll results are on the left side, and some of the worst ones are on the right. These are all the card though that came with the company, just arranged differently in the matrix. I did that myself. The second hitter is Dick Allen. Taylor had flown to right for one out. Vern Law will pitch to Dick Allen, and we get a 2-3. A 2-3 is a home run possibility. The roll of 5 here will be very important. Anytime you have a potential home run result here, as you can see, the home run does not have a question mark beside it like over here at 6-4. On the home run question mark, you have to evaluate the hitter's propensity to give up home runs, but in the home run result, it goes straight to the batter's card and his ability to hit a home run. We click on the 2-3, we get the home run result, and to get a home run, Dick Allen has a 19 home run rating against right-handed pitchers. Vern Law is a right-handed pitcher, so the 5 here is well within the 1 to 19 range for the home run. So we have a green highlight here. Green means go ahead. Allen has hit a home run here for a quick 1-0 lead for the Phillies. So Taylor had flown to right, and Allen has homered to left to give the Phillies a quick 1-0 lead. Johnny Callison's next. Callison's hitting .291 on the season. He's got 9 homers and 27 RBIs so far. Here's the roll from Law. We get a 6-4. Now this is another home run possibility, but we have to see about the pitcher's ability to give up the home run. So we click the home run question mark, and against left-handed batters, and Callison is a left-handed batter, Law did not give up many home runs to left-handed batters. Therefore, he only has a 1 to 3 possibility against left-handed batters. The 7 is outside the 1 to 3 range, so Callison will not hit a home run this at bat. Since that is outside, we get a yellow mark, which means that is not within range. So we go to Callison's card to resolve the at bat. We get a 2-2. A 2-2 is a split. Against left-handed pitchers, this would be a F7, which is a flyout, but Law is a right-handed pitcher, so it will be a D7, which is a double to left field. So we click on that, and as we see, Callison now is at second base with a double. So the Phillies got something going here in the first with the home run from Allen and the double to left by Callison. That brings up Wes Covington, who's been red hot this season. He's hitting .360. Covington will try to drive in Callison here. Let's see. 5-2 is a blank space, so we go to Covington's card and we roll a 4-4. 4-4 is a F7, which is a fly out to left field. So that is 2 down. As you can see here, the base running 3 has become a red mark. That means Callison does not advance on the fly out to left. So we click for next batter. Now there are 2 down. Callison still at second base, and Tony Gonzalez, who's hitting .297 on the season, will try to drive him in. The pitch from Law, we get a 6-6 result, which is a blank. And so we go straight to Gonzalez's card and we roll a 5-2. That is a G6. That is a ground out to the shortstop. So Gonzalez grounds out to short to end the inning. And the Phillies are down in the first, but the Allen home run has given them a 1-0 lead. Chris Short now will take the hill against the Pirates. Short has a .280 ERA on the season. He is 1-2 so far, the .280 ERA. He's been in the bullpen most of the first part of the season, and this is the stretch where he becomes a full-time starter, which will help the Phillies' causes. He's only given up 4 walks in 25 innings thus far. In real life, he only had a 2.20 ERA and a 17-9 record, so good stuff from Short. Let's see how he does against Schofield, leading off the bottom of the first for the Pirates. We get a K result here at 5-1. When we're dealing with K results, we look at this roll here, which is 1 to 20 dice roll. We factor in what the batter's K result is. Now, since Short is a left-handed batter, we look at the left-handed side. He has a K9 result. We also have to add in the ballpark. Forbes Field has a +1 K rating, so it is always +1 compared to the rating. So 9 + 1 will be a 10. So when I click on the 5-1 here, that becomes a 10 because of the ballpark rating. So any roll, 20 die roll between 1 and 10 results in a strikeout. Since we have a 6 here, that is within the 1 to 10 range. The K lights up red, which means he has in fact struck out. So Schofield is down on strikes, 1 out here in the bottom of the first, and we'll have Manny Mota up, who's only hitting .152 so far this season in 33 at-bats. He did hit .277, so he is hitting much worse so far than what he did in the real 1964 season. Short delivers, we get a 4-4 and another K result. Against the left-handed batter, he's a 10, plus the 1, it'll be 11. As soon as I click on it, here we go. So it's 11, and the 4 is within the 1 to 11 roll. So Mota has struck out as well. So Short has fanned first 2 batters here in the bottom of the first. That brings up the great one, Roberto Clemente, who's hitting .320 on the season, which is very much in par with his .339 real-life season. He's batted 150 times so far. Here's the roll. We get a 3-2, which is a W, which is a potential walk. Now on walks, we look at the the batter's walk rating, and since Short is a lefty, we'll look at this one on the left-handed. It's an 8. 8 plus whatever the ballpark rating is. In this case, Forbes Field is a -1. So when we click on the 3-2 result, this will make it a 7. So it's 8 - 1. So we click on the 3-2 roll there, hit the W, and it becomes a 7. And the 12 is outside the range of 1 to 7 for walk. So Clemente does not walk here. If this had been a roll between 1 and 7, the walk here would be green highlight, which means he did in fact walk. But since it's a 12, which is outside the 1 to 7, he does not walk. Therefore, we roll on his batter's card and get a 1-6. 1-6 is a S7. That is a single to left field. So Clemente gets a base hit to left. So 2 outs, and Clemente's on at first for Gene Freese. Freese is only hitting 189. He's only played part-time so far. He's hit 1 home run, driven in 7, and 90 at bats. Here's the pitch from short to Freese. We get a 4-3. Now that's a WLD. That's a potential wild pitch. So we click on that. On a wild pitch situation, we look at this number, the blue 8, compared to his ratings over here. 1 to 8 is a wild pitch. 9 to 11 would be a pass ball. And 12 to 20, if this is a 12 to 20, it would be neither. So we would roll again on the pitcher's card. But since this is an 8, it falls in the 1 to 8 shading here for the wild pitch. So we click wild pitch, and Clemente has gone to second on the wild pitch. So short toss the wild pitch, putting Clemente in scoring position now. So we roll again for short. We get a 1-3, which is a K. The 8 is well within the 1 to 11 K range for Freese. So Freese strikes out in the inning. So short struck out the side in the first with a Clemente base hit and a wild pitch sandwiched in between. So after 1 inning, it's 1-0 Phillies. We go to the second now. John Hermstein will lead off against Vern Law. And we get a 6-4. Again, this is a potential home run result. But since it's a home run question mark, we click on that, and we have to see if the 7 is between the range of 1 to 3, which it is not. So this will not be a home run. Since it's outside the range, we go to Hermstein to roll for the at-bat. We get a 1-6, which is a F9. F9 is a fly ball to right field, which Clemente puts away for 1 out. Clay Dalrymple will be next. He's only hitting 207. Here's the pitch. It's a S1 with parentheses around it. That only means it's a single if the pitcher is tired. The pitcher has 20 batters left. Vern Law has 20 more batters to face before he gets tired, so he's a long way away. By the way, this rating here is the batters faced before they get tired. It goes down with each batter. And this here is a pull rating. His 8 that he has left is a total of hits, walks, and runs scored. Once that gets to 0, he really needs to be taken out of the game. So we'll keep an eye on that as we go. So the 5-1 is the S1, but only if he's tired. Since he's not tired yet, it's considered a blank space. So we go straight to the hitter's card, and Dalrymple rolls a 5-2, and that's a G5. That's a ground out to third. So now we've got 2 outs and nobody on, and brings up Bobby Wine. Wine's hitting 263 on the season. Law gets a 5-3. That's a wild, but since nobody's on base, it's just considered a foul ball. We roll again. So we roll again. We get a 1-1, and we get a range play. Any range plays that bring the defense into play here. These numbers here beside the fielders are their range ratings from 1 to 6, with actually 5 is the highest they can get and 1 is the lowest. So Bailey and Mota in left and right are very poor range fielders. Clemente in right is a 4, which is very good. Mazeroski's top on the field at 5. 3 is considered average, 2 is a little below average, 1 is terrible, and the 4 is above average, and 5 is excellent. So we click the 1-1, and we'll find out whose range comes into play here by rolling on Wine's card. 4-3 is a G6, so the 6th fielder is the one who comes into play, and that's going to be the shortstop Schofield. 1 to 3 will be he'll successfully make the play. 4 to 6, the ball will get by him for a base hit. So let's see, we click the 4-3. 1 to 3 is a out, and we see the roll here is a 1. So it is a successful play by Schofield. He makes the play. Again, if this had been 4, 5, or 6, it would have been a single past him. But since the roll was a 1, it's well within his range. He makes the play for a ground out to shortstop to end the inning. So the Phillies go in order in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second. Bob Bailey will lead off for the Pirates, trailing 1-0. Bailey hitting .350 on the season, tearing it up with 3 homers and 16 RBIs. Short delivers. We get a 6-3, which is a split result. Against the left-handed batters, this would be a blank, but against right-handed batters, we have the 2 stars there. Anytime you get a 2-star, it's an automatic out, unless there's a range play involved on it. So since Bailey is a right-handed batter, the 2 stars will come into play. We click on that, and it's an automatic out, G3, which is highlighted up here at the top. These are the automatic out possibilities up here at the top of each pitcher's card. So we get a G3 result there. We click on that. Bailey has grounded out to first, 1 out. Don Clendenin is next, hitting .329, having a good year so far. Clendenin, a roll of 1-6. This is a possible walk. Again, this number will be compared to down here. 1-6. The 15 is higher than the 1-7 range to receive a walk against the left-handed pitcher short. So we roll on Clendenin's card. We get a 4-3. A 4-3 is a G4. That is a ground out to second. So 2 down now, and we'll bring up Bill Mazeroski. Maz is hitting .260. Short rolls a 6-1, possible K result. And the Mazeroski doesn't strike out much. Only 1-4 is the strikeout rating. Actually, it was 3, but plus the 1 makes it a 4 out of 20. But the dice roll here is a 1, which is within the 1-4 range. So Mazeroski has a rare strikeout to end the inning. We go to the top of the third now. Chris Short will lead off. Vern Law delivers a roll of 2-2, and we got another range play here. So now the Pirates fielding will come back into play. We'll roll that, and so we got a range play, and we got a roll on Short's card to see who the range play is for. 3-1 is a G6. It's back to Schofield again. So 1-3, Schofield will make the play. 4-6, it'll be a base hit for Short. So let's click on the 3-1. This time it's a 6. So it's beyond the 1-3 range for Schofield. So Short has hit one past Schofield for a base hit. So Short leads off with a single for the Phillies. And that's a good thing for the Phillies when anytime your pitcher leads off and gets on base. One thing I've yet to mention, when a person gets on base, we always have to look down here first at the strategy roll section. These are possible things that can happen with a runner on base: a steal, a sacrifice, hit and run, squeeze, a pickoff, or bunt hit. Anytime you look down here, if any of these areas are highlighted, we have to look at that. In this case, any strategy roll result of 20 is a possible pickoff. Now, when you have a pickoff, you're going to look at the pitcher's ability to pick runners off, or balk, or have pickoff errors. That's what POE is: pickoff error, pickoff, balk. Usually there's numbers in these areas for ranges to where they would pick someone off, but in Vern Law's case, there's no numbers in any of them, so there's no possibility of him committing a balk, a pickoff, or a pickoff error. This probably means that Law did not pick off anyone during the season in real life, and he did throw any pickoff errors all season, and he didn't commit any balks all season. So we click on it anyway, and the roll is a 10, but since there's no numbers here for any ranges, we ignore it. We go straight to the batter here, Tony Taylor, and we roll on the pitcher's card first. We get a 2-4, and that's a K result. But the 17 is beyond the 1-9, so Tony Taylor does not strike out. He puts it in play. Let's see what he does. A 1-3 is an S3. The S3 is a base hit past the first baseman. So the Phillies got something going here. This S3 past first baseman into right field gives the base runner at first, Short, the chance to advance to third. If he's a base runner 2-6, he goes from first to third. As you can see, Short is a 2, so we have the green light here to advance to third. If he had been a 1, this would be red and he would not advance. But since he's a 2-6, we click on advance. Now Short's at third base and Taylor's at first. So the Phillies have runners at the corners with no outs for the meat of the order coming up. And Dick Allen, who homered last time, will be the batter here. We can choose where we want the infield to play, normal, back, in, or halfway, or corners in. The farther in you play, the more the range of the batter will go, the fielder will go down. Let's say we move them in. You can see how Schofield went from a 3 to a 1, Freese went to a 0, Mazeroski from a 5 to a 3, and Clendenin to a 1 instead of a 3. So we're going to leave them back right now and try to get a double play. It's early in the game still, so we don't want any more of a big inning than we can help. We roll on loss card. A 4-4 is a K with the possibility of a walk, but in the parentheses it's only if he's tired. As you can see, he's still got 16 batters to go before he's tired. So this will be a K result possibility. We click on it. The 14 is just beyond the 1 to 13 possibility for a strikeout of Allen. So Allen does not strike out. If it had been a 13 or less, he would have struck out. So let's see what Allen rolls. It's a 1-1. A 1-1 is a D9. That is a double to right field. So we have a double for Allen. That's going to plate 1 run. Now the base runners here, we need to see if they're going to advance. In yellow, that means I have to determine what's going to happen. The runner advancement roll here is a 6-2. Anytime it's a 6, we check the second die roll and follow the directions over here. The second roll is a 2, so any 2 to 5 roll of the second one is the lead runner is thrown out, but if the trailing runner's base runner is greater than or equal to the roll of 2, then he advances on the throw. So we have the lead runner, which is Tony Taylor here. It says he is thrown out. So Taylor from first tried to score on the double to right, but he got thrown out at the plate. So we're going to click TO for thrown out. Now the second part of this says if the trailing runner's base runner, that's Dick Allen, without any adjustments, is greater or equal to the roll of 2, then he advances. Allen's base runner rating is a 4. That is greater than 2. So Allen is going to advance to third base on the throw home. So what happened here was Allen doubled to right. The runner on third short scored. Taylor tried to score but was thrown out at the plate. And Allen, who's at second with the double, advanced to third on the throw home. So he's at third now with 1 out. And Johnny Callison up. Now we want to try to avoid this runner from scoring. So I'm going to go ahead and bring the infield in against Callison. And we'll see what happens here. We get a 2-6, which is a ET question mark. Now this is the possibility of an error on a throw only. Any throw involved in this play has a possibility of an error. The fielder's ratings inside the parentheses are their error numbers between 1 and 20. 20 being an error almost every time. Bailey's going to have an error almost every time. The lower it is, the less likelihood of an error. So let's click the 2-6, error on the throw. We click roll for Callison. We get a 3-5. It's an 8. So it's a fly out to center. Callison is flown out. Now the sacrifice fly roll, it fails. However, Callison has a sac fly rating of 1, and that is within the roll result of this, which is the 1. So the sac fly occurs. There's no throw on the play because he can't throw him out, so there will be no error on this play. So we click SF, and Johnny Callison sacrifice fly. Allen scores. So we click the next batter. It's now 3-0 Phillies, and Wes Covington will be up with 2 outs and nobody on. 6-2 is a parentheses 2 question marks. Anytime you have a 2 question mark, we go to this area of the pitcher's card. This does not mean only if he's tired. So the question marks come into play anytime in this area here. So we click on that. Now Covington is a left-handed batter, so as you can see that left-handed batter area is highlighted yellow. What we do is compare the 1-2 result with this roll here. If it's within the 1-2, we click on this, and in this case the star is going to be an automatic out. But the 16 is well outside the 1-2 range, so it's not going to be an automatic out. We have to roll on Covington's card, and we get a 1-3, which is a S7. Covington is single to left, so a 2-out single for Covington. That'll bring up Gonzalez. Tony, 5-3 possible walk, or excuse me, possible wild pitch. The 9 result here is outside the range for wild pitch or pass balls, so it will not be either of those. We roll again. We get a 3-5. Now Gonzalez is a left-handed batter, so the left side of the split here becomes into play, which is a W, potential walk for Gonzalez. And the 1 is well within the 1 to 11 range for a walk, so we have a green highlighted walk here, so Gonzalez has walked. 2 outs and 2 on now for John Hernstein. Hernstein is 0 for 1. We'll see what happens here. 2-5 is a possible K. The 12 is within the 1 to 14 range, so Hernstein strikes out to end the inning. 3-0 Phillies going to the bottom of the 3rd. Jim Pagliarone will lead off. We get a 4-3. That's a wild, but nobody's on, so it's going to be a foul ball. Roll again. 6-1 is a strikeout. Possibility. The 6 is within 1 to 13, so Pagliarone leads off the bottom of the 3rd with a strikeout. Vern Law will leave him in right now. He'll go ahead and bat for himself. We get a 3-6, which is E possibility, so this is a chance for an error on the play. Let's see who the ball is hit to. We roll on the Law's car, get a 4-5. That's an S4, so we know Law has singled, but the only question is, will it be a single and an error or just a single? The 4 is the second baseman, so a 1 to 7 roll will be an error. 8 to 20 will just be a single only with no error. So let's click on the 4-5, and as you can see, the roll is 11, which is outside the 1 to 7 roll for the error. So there's no error. We click on that. So Law has just hit a single. So Law's at first with 1 out. Dick Schofield now will bat. Schofield will roll a 2-2. It's a range play, so we'll get the Phillies defense into play here. Let's see who the ball is hit to. It's a 6-2, which is G5, third baseman Allen. Allen's a 1 to 3, makes the play range. 4 to 6 will be by him for a hit. So let's click on 6-2. It's a G5. The roll is a 5. That is beyond his 1 to 3 range. So the ball gets by him for a hit. Now the corner positions, the ball can be in a corner for a double, or it can just be a single. A roll of 1 to 4 will be a single, 5 to 6 will be a double. Since this roll is 2, it's in the single range, so we click that for the failed range play, and it's a single to left for Schofield. It takes a base runner of 6 here to advance to third on the play, since the ball was hit to left here. It's harder to go to third, first to third on a ball hit to left than right. So since Law is only a 3, he will not advance. So we have runners at first and second with 1 out. Now, as you can see, the strategy roll here is bringing up a sacrifice for Mota. However, since we already have a runner in scoring position and 1 out, don't want to sacrifice. That is my choice, your choice, as to whether to adhere to this or not. Some people strictly adhere to it, and some don't. I am the one that likes to call my own sacrifices and all that. I'm going to let Mota hit away here, so I'm not going to click on that to bring up the sacrifice possibility. So Mota, let's see what he can do against Short here as the Pirates try to get back in the game. 6-6 roll is a K possibility. The 13 is just out of range of Mota's K rating of 1 to 11. So Mota will not strike out. Let's see what he does. 3-2 is a star 4. That is an automatic out. The 4 here is going to be this 4 position up here. So it's going to be a ground out to third, or excuse me, ground out to 3, which is the first baseman. So we click that. Now the ground to 3. Let's see if it would be a double play or something else. We click that. And now Law automatically will advance from second to third on ground out to first. We advance him. And the 1 here, the ground out double play rating of 1 to 2. And we get this rating from the batter's rating plus the pitcher's rating of +1 plus the fielder's rating, which in this case is 0. So we get a 2, and the 1 to 2 would be a double play. Since it's a 1, the double play is highlighted here. So Mota has hit into a 3-6-3 double play to end the inning. Maybe I should have bunted after all. Top of the 4th now. Vern Law, who's been struggling a little bit, his pull rating's already down to 1, so he gets to 0 or lower. then he needs to be taken out in most cases. Let's see what happens here. Dalrymple, 5-2 is a blank, so we roll on his card. We get a 2-4. That's an F9. So Clay Dalrymple flies to right, leading off the fourth. Bobby Wine, 5-4 is also blank. We roll on his card and get a 1-1, which is a S9. So Wine is single to right. Now, as you can see, we got a highlight orange here. That means there's something going on up here for Law. What's happened is his pull rating's got to 0 now. So we could pull him here, and which is often, it's really the gamer's choice as to whether to strictly adhere to that or not. He has given up 7 hits and 3 runs in just a little over 3 innings, so he has not been effective. But for right now, we'll see if he can get through the inning. He still has 9 batters to go before he's tired, so he's not tired yet. He's just been relatively ineffective. With 1 out, short up. Now, even though this strategy is not calling for sacrifice, I do like to bunt with the pitcher with a runner on, so I'm going to click sacrifice, and we'll see if short can get the bunt down and move the runner along. We get a 3-4, which is a blank. Now, on a bunt, usually right away we'll see what happens. In this case, the lead runner is thrown out, and the hitter's safe at first. So it was a poor bunt for short, so we click over here with a BNT that for bunt is, and click here for fielder's choice. So short is on at first, the runner was thrown out second, now there's 2 outs with the runner at first, and Tony Taylor up, who's 1 for 2 today. Taylor will click a 1-3, that is a at mark. Now this symbol, at symbol, in inside pitch, means we go to the ballpark, Forbes Field ballpark, to resolve the result. On 1-3, we'll click that. So now we're at Forbes Field ballpark instead of Tony Taylor's hitting card. You can see the results here. These blanks are rare plays that can happen. So let's see what happens with this at bat of Tony Taylor. We roll a 4-4. A 4-4 is an S8. That is a single to center. So we single to center, and the base runner advance in this case is a 4, which 1-4 he advances to third. So with the 4, Taylor short advances to third on the single to center, and we have runners at the corners now with 2 outs for hot hitting Dick Allen. Well, Law has not been able to get out of the inning, and he's already 1 hit past his pull rating, so I'm going to go ahead and pull him here. Allen has hit him hard with a home run and a double, so let's get him out of there. And let's go to, we need more of a long reliever since he's in still relatively early in the game. We got Blass. We've got these games here are the number of relief games. So Blass relieved 11 times in that season, and his tired rating is 10. So that's a pretty good long reliever. I'm going to go ahead and put Blass in the game here. Steve Blass, the righty against righty Dick Allen. And let's see what we can do here. As you can see from Blass's home run ratings, 1-19, he gives up a lot of homers to lefties, but 1-7 against righties, which is not nearly as many. And Allen is a right-handed batter. So let's see what we do here. 6-1's a walk possibility. The 16 is beyond the 1-12 walk, so Allen will not walk to load the bases. Let's see what he does hitting-wise. 5-3 is a ground out to G5, ground out to third. So Blass gets out of the inning with no more harm done. Bottom of the 4th, Roberto Clemente will lead off. Walk possibility. The 2 is within the 1-7 range, so Clemente leads off with a walk. Gene Freese now will hit. We have a hit and run strategy here. Let's go ahead and send the runner and see what happens. Hit and run with Freese. We get a 4-4, which is a K, possible K result. So you can see already the roll's 11. His rating is a 10 though, but when we add that 1, it's going to make it 11, which means Freese is going to strike out, which is not good. We'll have to see if Clemente makes it safely on the steal attempt. So we click here K, and the 1-14 Clemente would have been safe on the steal, but a 16 is higher than 14, so Clemente is caught stealing. So what we have there was a strike him out, throw him out deal on the hit and run. So that was not a good strategy by me in that case. 2 outs now. Bottom of the 4th, Bob Bailey. 5-5, that is a ballpark symbol again, so we'll go to the Forbes Field ballpark card, roll that. 5-4 is a star 5, that's going to be a ground out to 6 up there. We click on that, we get the ground out to short. Through 4, 3-0 Phillies. We go to the 5th. Blast still on the hill against Callison. 3-1's a wild, that's nobody on. It's a roll again. 2-1, that's a ballpark. Callison rolls a 4-6. Now here we have a blank. This is going to be some type of rare play. So we'll click on that, and we get the rare play here. Slow roller to short, who possibly bobbles, then possibly throws wild to first. We resolve it by rolling against the shortstop's error rate, which is Schofield with a 13 for the bobble, then for the throw. The computer automatically does the result for us. It says Dick Schofield bobbled the grounder. It's an error on Schofield. So Callison, we click E here for error. It's a 1-base error. So Callison's on at first with an error, leading off the 5th. Covington will be next. 5-6, that's a strikeout. 8 is within the 1-11, 1 out. Gonzalez, 1-1 is a walk. The 3 is within the 1-11. So Gonzalez walks. We have runners on first and second now, 1 out. And you can see Blast's tired rating here and pull rating here. He's still doing fine on all that. Lefty John Hernstein's next. 5-6 is a K result. The 6 is within 1-14. So Blast gets a big strikeout there, Hernstein. Now 2 on, 2 out for Dalrymple. Is 0 for 2 today. 4-4 is a HBP. That's a possible hit by a batter. As you can see, Dalrymple's hit by pitch rating is 0, so there's no possibility of him getting hit by a pitch. So we'll click on the 14 is beyond that. So if this had been green, it would have been hit by the pitch, but the 14 is beyond 0, so no possibility for that. We roll on his card and get an S8. S8 is single to center. So we have Callison motoring around third. He's a 6-base runner. That's going to green light. He's going to score. The runner at first also has a green light. He goes to third. So Dalrymple comes through for the Phillies. A single to centers. Sends runners to the corners while scoring Callison. It's 4-0 Phillies now. And Bobby Wine is up. The hit and run lowered Blast pull rating from a 4 to a 2. Remember, that's the total of hits, walks, and runs scored. So the hit plus the run lowered him by 2 that bat. So Blast is in trouble here. Another single here will put his pull rating at 0, and we'll have to get him out of there. Wine, 2-4, that's a walk plus. Anytime a plus is beside you, add 10 to the walk rating. So against a righty, Wine is already a 16, minus the 1 makes it a 15, plus 10 more, 25. So Wine will walk on this. The 10 is well within 1-25. So Wine is walked to lower the bases, and the pull rating is down to 1 now. Chris Short will let the Blast see if he can get out of the inning against the pitcher here. Bases loaded, but a hit here could put the game out of reach. 1-1 is a possible walk, but Short doesn't walk hardly innings. It's a 1, so the 4, even though it's a low roll, it's not a 1, so he will not walk. Let's see what Short does. A 1-3 is a ground out to second. So Blast does get out of the inning with 1 run scoring. Now, this says, do you need to make any adjustments to pitcher's earned run stats? The leadoff man, Callison, reached on an error, and he did come around to score. So we will deduct his earned runs from 3 to 2 because that was an unearned run. And, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Law was 3. And Blast's run there in that inning was unearned, so it is 0, so we don't need to change anything. All right, bottom of the 5th. Short still pitching a 3-hit shutout. Clendenin will lead off. 1-4, it's a possible walk. 14 is beyond 1-7. Clendenin does not walk. 2-4 is a fly out against lefties and a double against right-handers. But since Short is a left-hander, the 2-4 will be a fly out to right. 1 down. Mazeroski, 2-2 is a range play, so the defense will come into play. 6-4 is an F8, so the center fielder's range will come into play here. 1-3 will be an out. 4-6 will be either a single or a double. The roll is a 1, so is a successful range play to center. The way I like to play these on any range play where there are ones involved, I view it as a diving catch. So we have a diving catch for Gonzalez to make the play, 2 down. Fantastic play by Gonzalez. Paglaroni, K result. The 17 is beyond his 1 to 13. He does not strike out. But the 6-4 is a P4. That's a pop out to second. So 1, 2, 3 inning for short. He's moving along here as we go to the 6th. Blast still in the game, but he'll lead off the next inning, so we can see if we can get out of this inning with him. But he's teetering. Walk 1-1 is a walk, possible walk, but the 13 is just beyond the 1 to 12, so Taylor won't walk. Instead, he'll hit a 5-2, which is a ground out to short. 1 down. Here's Allen, 2 for 3, a homer and a double, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored today. We see all that right there. 5-3 is a possible S1, but only if he's tired. But as you can see, he has 1 batter left before he's tired, so he will not be tired yet. If this had been the next batter, this would be a base hit, but it is not. It's considered a blank, so he's not quite tired yet. 1 to 3, that's a single. Allen is 3 for 4 today. S9 is a single to right. Now, Blast is tired and has hit his pull rating, so we have a kind of a reddish shading here, which means he really needs to be yanked. He's leading off the next inning, though. I hate to use up a pitcher here, but we've got all these lefties coming up, so let's go ahead and get him out and get a lefty in there. Fred Green only pitched 7 innings all year. He's a lefty. We have Joe Gibbon, who only made 4 relief appearances, and Bob Veal, who's a big-time starter, only made 2. Let's go ahead and get Green in there just to try to get 2 outs. Let's see, Green has only pitched 1 inning so far, and he got lit up. 5 hits in that inning. Let's see if he can get out of this inning. So lefty against lefty here. 5-3 is a blank. Callison. 3-3 is a fly out to right. That's 2 down. Now Wes Covington. I could pinch hit for Covington with a righty, but Green won't be in there long. We'll leave him in. 6-5, that's a blank. Covington, 6-3. That's a star 3. That's going to be grounded out to 4. And we have the inning over. Bottom of the 6th now. Green will lead off against Short, who's dealing today. We'll get Green out of there for a pinch hitter. I want a right-hander against the lefty Short. Gene Alley or Orlando McFarland are the only 2 righties on the bench. We'll lead off with Alley. He's only a 211 hitter. McFarland is a catcher. He's a 244 hitter. We're going to go with Alley instead of use up a catcher. So Short will face Gene Alley. 5-3 is a possible K, and that 15 is within the 1 to 18 strikeout. 1 down. Schofield's 1 for 2 of the K today. 3-6 possible error. We roll on his card and get a star 3. That brings up the shortstop. Y is a 1 to 4. Very good range rating. We're doing error, so it's 1 to 9 is an error. 10 to 20 makes the play. The roll is 13. It's beyond the 1 to 9 range, so it does not make an error. Click no error, and Schofield is grounded to short. 2 down. Here's Moda, 0 for 2 of the K. 5-4 is a range play. We click on his card, F9, so it's going to bring Callison into play. Callison's a tremendous 5 rating, so the only a roll of 6 will be beyond his reach for the play. So we click on the 6-2, and looky there, we get the 6. 1 to 5 would have been a catch. 6 is the only play that he couldn't have made, and we get the 6, which is a failed range play. But since this rolls a 2, it falls in the 1 to 4 single range. So Moda has singled to right, just beyond the reach of Callison. 2 down. Moda on first for Clemente, who's 1 for 1 of the walk. 1-3 is a K possibility, but the 16 is beyond 1 to 8. Clemente 3-5 is a F8. That's a fly out to center. So that ends the inning. We'll go to the 7th. Now we need a new pitcher for the Pirates. We'll bring in Bob Pretty will come on. Face and McBean are 2 good relievers, although Face had a high 5.17 ERA. He's more in late inning, close game, save situations. We'll bring in Pretty. Bob Pretty this year has a 1.8 ERA only in 5 innings. Gonzalez will lead off. And Gonzalez 1-5 is a blank. Excuse me, a K result, but the 15s beyond the 1 to 12. 1-1's a single to center. So the Phillies continue their hot hitting. 11 hits now on the day. Hernstein will be up. No strategy. I could sacrifice if I want him. He's got a good bunt rating of 4. Let's let him hit away. 4-run lead. 4-6 is a range play. 2-2 is going to be the center fielder, and Mota only has a 1 rating. So only a 1 will he make the play. 2-6 he will not make the play. It is a 6, so no matter what rating he'd had, he would not make the play. So he fails the range play. It's a single to center. The 2 is the Gonzalez 5 base running is well beyond the 2 here. So Gonzalez will motor to third, first and third, nobody out. Pretty has not done well so far. Dalrymple will come up. I'm going to bring the corners in. I need to cut off that run at the plate. Can't let the Phillies get any more runs here. No strategy. Dalrymple. 6 is within the 1 to 7 range, so big strikeout for Pretty. 1 out now. We're going to bring the corners in again. Any ball hit to short or second, they have the possibility to return the double play in the middle of the infield. Wine, another K result. And the 5 is a 1 to 8, so Pretty has come back to fan Dalrymple and Wine. Now there's 2 on, 2 out for Short. Let's see if he can get out of this inning. 4-3 is a walk plus, but Short almost never walks, so the 10 extra points on his walk rating still do not add up to the 16 needed. So Short does not walk. Instead, he hits a G1, which is a comebacker to the mound to end the inning. So good job of Bob Pretty getting out of the inning. Bottom of the 7th, Gene Freese will lead off. K result, 1 is within 1 to 11, 1 down. Bob Bailey, K result, 14 is beyond 1 to 7, so Bailey will put it in play and hit an F8. That's 2 down, fly out to center. Clendenin now, 3-4, K result, 4 is within 1 to 12 range, so Clendenin whiffs. And once again, Short breezes through the Pirates' batting order here. We're going to the 8th, 4-0 Phillies. Taylor will lead off against Pretty, who's 3 batters before tire, 2 before pull. 1-1 is a K result, and that 9 is just in range of 1 to 9, so Taylor is fan. Here's Allen, the hitting star of the day, with a single, double, and a home run. He needs a triple for the cycle. Let's see what he can do. Possible walk rating. The 16 is beyond 1 to 12 here, so Allen will put it in play. And 2-1 is an S4, so Allen has another base hit. This time it's a singles. He had 2 singles, a double, and a homer in the game. 4 for 5. Allen's at first. Now we're almost tired and ready to be pulled for Pretty here. Callison will bat. 4-3 is a walk plus. That puts him at 15, just beyond 14. So Callison with the green highlight here walks first and second. Whoops, let me get that out of there. 2 down. Now, as you can see, Pretty is pretty much gassed. So let's get him out of there. We have a lefty Covington up. The next 3 batters are lefties. Let's go to Gibbon here. Another lefty to face him. Down here we have a steal attempt. Now, Chris in his instructions usually recommends if the inning number plus the score differential equals more than 10, then we hold the runners. The 8 plus the 4 differential is 12, so we're not going to try to steal here. The 1 here would be, you can see Allen's steal attempt is 1, Callison's is 2, so the 1 is within range of both, so this could be a possible double steal attempt, but I'm not going to do it since it's beyond the range. We'll see what Covington does. 4-6 is a split. Gibbon against lefties will have possibility for a strikeout. Covington is a lefty, so we'll click on that, and the 4 is in fact a strikeout here. 2 down, and once again we have a possible steal attempt here. I won't normally do it, but let's have fun. I'll go ahead and send them and see what happens. It's going to make the Pirates manager mad, but let's go ahead and do it just for fun, just for this video purpose. So we'll click on steal. Oh, and 1 to 11, he's been safe. But the roll is a 12, so Allen gets hosed at third, trying to steal, and that ends the inning. So we click the caught stealing there. We send the game to the bottom of the 8th. We're almost done here. Short against Mazeroski. 4-3 is a wild. We won't click on it. Nobody on. 2-4 is a question mark. We go in this area since Mazeroski's a righty. It's here. 1-4 is the only range, but this 18 is beyond the 4. So we click on Mazeroski and get a S9. That's a base hit to right for Maz. So he's on. Short's almost tired. He's only got 2 batters left. His pull rating is still 4, so he's doing fine. Paglaroni, possible walk. 14 is just beyond 1-13, so Pags will not walk. We get a 3-5. That's a fly out to center. 1 down. Now Gibbon will not bat. We'll pinch hit for him. Still lefty. Let's go ahead and use McFarland. We do have another catcher in Burgess on the bench here. McFarland's a 244 hitter. That's not too bad in 1964. 4.6, that's a K rating. McFarland whiffs a lot, as you can see, with this high K rating, and the 7 is well within range, so he whiffs. That is 10 strikeouts for Short. He has really pitched well today. Schofield, 15, switch hitter against the lefty. He'll be batting right-handed, so it's a possible walk. This is highlighted yellow. The 15 is not within range, so he does not walk. 3-5 is a ground out to Short, and Short gets out of the inning. We'll bring in Butters now. Tom Butters pitched the 9th. Gonzalez leads off. 5-6, that's a star. That's a fly out to right. Hernstein, 2-6. He's a lefty, so we will not have that walk chance. That's only against righties. Hernstein's a lefty. We roll on his card and get a fly out to left. 2 down. Dalrymple. K possibility. The 6 is with 1-7. Whiffs. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Now, the bottom of the 9th, we might want to look at the fielding. We want to get that 1 range out of there. That is Covington in left. Let's see. We've got, we'll click on left fielders here. We got Rojas, which is a 3 with no error possibility and no arm rating, which means he has an average arm. Let's put Rojas in the game in left field for Covington. So now we got Rojas here with his 3 range. That's better than 1. We have Taylor at 2. Allen's 18 error rating is high there, but he's got a pretty good range, so we're going to leave everything as is. Bottom of the 9th. K results. 7 is a 1-11 strikeout. Clemente, who's 1 for 2 of the walk, and the 3 is then 1-7. So Clemente walked for the 2nd time. Now we have a pickoff possibility. A 1-2 will be a pickoff. A 3 would be a pickoff error. 4-20 will be nothing. Click that, and we get the 4, which is just beyond range, so it's nothing. We roll on his card. Possible error here. 3-3. That is a center fielder. Gonzalez only has a 1 in 20 chance of making an error on the play, though. But it is a single to center. The roll is a 4. That's beyond 1, so there's no error. But Clemente goes to 2nd, and the Pirates have something going here now in the 9th. 2 on with 1 out. Short is officially tired now. He still has a 2 pull rating. Let's see if he can complete this shutout, though. Bob Bailey, 0 for 3 on the day. Another error possibility. 1-6 is Short's time. This is going to be a single, too, and almost a 50% chance of an error. And it is an error. An 8 is within 1-9 range of his error. So we have a single and an error here. That is a 1-base error. So the run scores, and the batters advance a base. So now we have 2nd and 3rd with 1 out, and the tying run at the plate. Now Short is tired, and he's hit his pull rating. So he did not get a shutout. So we're going to pull Short here and bring in Balshin, who led the team with 21 saves. Let's bring in Jack Balshin to try to finish this game out. Clendenin will pitch. Home run possibility. The 4 is in 1-14 range, so that is a possibility. The home run question mark, we have to look here first, so he's in range there. Now look down here at his rating. So that's a 14. So when I click this, any roll between 1 and 14 is a 3-run homer to tie the game, and 15-20 will not be a home run. Let's see what we get. 18 is just beyond the range of 14. Wow, he had a 70% chance of a 3-run homer. Does not get it. And 18 is outside the range, so we click on the 4-5 here and see what happens. It's a grounder to short, and it's going to ask me if I want to send the runner. It's a 1-4, he's saved. 5-6, he's out. With a 3-run lead, that's too risky. He'll say yes, he'll score, and we'll take the automatic out at first. So we get the runner scoring, and Bailey holds it second. So now we have 2 down, 4-2. Mazeroski up. Oh, what a chance for the Pirates there. That 1-14 would have been a 3-run homer to tie it, but the roll was 18 outside the range. Mazeroski here. 6-5 is a possible wild pitch. The 5 is in 1-11 range of wild pitch. So Bailey trots to third. We roll again. 6-4 is a possible K. Possible walk if he's tired, but Boston just came in. He's not tired. 13 is beyond the range. Let's see what Maz does. 2-6. Question mark 9. Now against a right-handed pitcher, we look up here at the question marks. So 1-10 is going to be some kind of hit. 11-20 is going to end the game. Let's click on 2-6. The roll is 17. That is beyond range. It's a F. So we click on that, and that is a fly out, and the ball game is over. Now it's going to ask me if I need to make any changes to the earned run stat. No, no unearned runs there. So the game is over. The Phillies win 4-2. The Pirates had a great chance there in the ninth. Short is 2-2 now. Law has dropped to 5-3. Allen hit a home run in the first. Now we're going to save the game statistics, and that is the game. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. That'll be all. Until next time.